Why do guitar players insist that they are superhuman? Guitar players with those wonderful wellsprings of never-ending talent. Yeah, the same guys who can't show up to the studio on time, leave their used snot rags all over the floor, and claim they can improvise the most awesome guitar solo ever in the studio on the spot with the clock running.
6 hours later.
Let's make no mistake, guitar players as a whole aren't exactly the most responsible or reliable people on earth. If only they'd start playing in the studio as awesome as they think they are once that record button is engaged. Guitar players love to play in front of cranked amps as often as possible, and yet somehow they still have magical hearing that can detect even the subtlest differences in guitar sound.
Without a compressor in post, I can hear the difference between EL34 and 6L6. 6L6 are punchier, more dynamic, and less compressive. EL34 are smoother and have more compression and seem better for high-gain, long-sustained soloing. You can crush the differences with compressors and limiters and smooth out the 6L6 tubes.
Good point. Oh wait, that's absolute bullshit! You ever notice how guitar players like to throw around the word compression, like the citizens of that Mike Judge documentary use the word electrolytes?
But Brondo's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolytes.
Guitar players love to go on endlessly about compression, that is until you ask them what exactly it is and what it does. The only thing that stops a guitar player faster is when you see one noodling incessantly and then hand them some sheet music. Now, I'm a firm believer in the saying, there's no such thing as a stupid question. But man, are there ever some stupid statements? You can hear the difference. Really? Are you sure about that? Because I think a statement like that deserves to be put to the test. Now, I'm not saying you're wrong. You may indeed be correct. But given my experience, most guitar players can't define what compression is, much less pick out what tube is what in a blind test. Hell, in my experience, some guitar players get so wasted in the studio that they miss the toilet. So pardon me if I'm more than just a little bit skeptical of your claims of extraordinary hearing. So let's put that statement to the test. I've got my Mesa Dual rectifier and amp which will accept both 6L6 and EL34 tubes. Now we're gonna run 4 clips here. Clean, edge of breakup, high gain lead, and heavy rhythms in a full mix. Signal chain is as follows. Rev 4x12 loaded with Mojotone BV38 speakers, a personal favorite of mine because life's too short to spend it copying everyone else. Mic is a Lewitt 640 Rex, which will be running into this amazing Neve Genesis Black console. The individual clips will be performed by Christian Bay and there will be zero post-processing of any kind, just the sound of the raw mic. Let's be clear, this isn't what you'd normally hear on a record, and that's the perspective I take everything from, as this show is about helping the home studio engineer get better results. Apparently, some of you have been mistaken thinking that this show is about making guitar players feel better about their purchases.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
Now, about that full mix. Yeah, I can't wait to read the comments on that one. Go ahead, impress me. Of course, the centerpiece for this test is the Signal Art reamp box. This allows us to send the exact same signal back to the amp and isolate a single variable. In this case, it's the power tubes that apparently have some sort of distinctive quality. All amp settings will remain the same and we've gain matched everything on the board so our results won't be skewed by the equal loudness contour, as human hearing tends to perceive louder as better. Now guitar players, take note. You are not the exception here. This applies to you just like everyone else. Now I'll be monitoring everything on the Kali LP6s back here. They're a personal favorite, best-in-class monitor, and I'm gonna double check everything on my laptop using the new, very small, and ridiculously accurate LP UNFs. When it comes to price versus performance, I think it's very hard to beat Kali, and I'm super impressed with the onboard converters on the UNFs. Setup's a breeze. Hook up a USB cable and you're up and running. Seriously, that's all there is to it. You don't even need a sound card. Where the hell were these 20 years ago? Now for those asking, yes, Kali does provide a longer cable for the UNFs if you want to spread them out just a little bit wider. Now, interestingly enough, as I'm writing this, it is the 20th anniversary of the tracking of the second Woods of Ypres record. We laid it down over Easter weekend in 2004 and used this exact same amp. I'm also going to give it away at 1 million subscribers, so if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's exactly like hitting the Reaper Still Evaluating button. It costs nothing to do it. I need your help to grow this channel so I can make better videos for you and help you get better results where it really counts. on your recordings. All right, let's run the test. Same performance, same settings. The only variable is the power tubes. Yep, giant differences there. I can really see what Cav 5307 was getting at. Well, how about those all-important edge of breakup sounds? As you can hear, it's definitely worth having both sets of power tubes on hand, as they're making all the difference in the world in that tone. Still hearing those amazing differences, guys? All right, let's try it one last time, this time with a full-on metal mix. Wow, that was really something, wasn't it? Are you hearing the magical upper overtones? The piano lows? The punchy yet warm mid-range? Apologies, guys, I ran out of toilet paper this morning, so I was forced to use Guitar World magazine. The simple truth is we've all been fed a metric ton of bullshit when it comes to guitar tone. Most of it comes from guitar players making conclusions in the days before high-quality recordings were available to all. And unfortunately, this has led to dogmatic belief over what can be tested and observed. So the question is, did you hear a difference? If so, could you name which tubes were being used when in each clip? I want to hear from you, as I'm going to be following this up in a week or two with the results, your comments, and frequency response graphs so we can see exactly what's going on. And for the record, I did take measurements of everything. All will be revealed in the follow-up. But the ultimate question remains, did one set of tubes have a distinctive quality that could be heard in all 4 clips? And would it be worth making a purchase of a new set of tubes to get it? Now, my opinion here is absolutely irrelevant, because this is a question that any aspiring home recording engineer should be asking themselves. Now, while you're pondering that, check out this video here that can actually help you achieve a better guitar sound in your recording. It's called Why Your Guitar Sounds Like Shit in a Mix. Turns out it's a lot easier to fix than you would think. And yet somehow they have the individual clips will be While you're pondering that, check out my video that can actually help you get While you're pondering that, check out this video that can help you. Okay, fuck.